Hey guys, welcome back to more Let's Play Rogue Galaxy. Last time we did a lot of shopping. We spent a lot of money. I decided I wanted to get a little bit back, so I came here on Vidan, and this is the Datron facing observatory. And specifically, I went out of my way to try and get a few more. Stop talking, I am trying to explain things. I tried to get a few more of the military grade batteries. I think I got one. I picked up, those are from the Gigabirds. I picked up some absolute zero stones. Those are from jellies. They also rarely appear in this part of the area. It's just a rare drop from them. It's not the most rare, not the most common. It's fine. Don't worry too much about it. I don't need that many. I think I needed a couple just so I could do everything. And while I was in the area, I was also trying to fight a bunch of death crows. Now, death crows can drop a number of things. Chances are, while you're doing this, the goal is to pick up more Stella crystals, by the way. While we're doing this, you're very likely to also pick up the rest of the captain socks that you need. So I suggest doing this. I did it for about 20 minutes or so. And I also picked up 3 7th moons while I was doing this. There's probably another way of getting this later, but this is where I've got them at this point. But yeah, make sure you have at least some Stella crystals. You're going to want them sooner or later, but more importantly, we're going to need at least some right now. And by some, I mean one. But make sure you have at least something, and make sure you organize your inventory, otherwise you won't be able to find anything. All right, and with that being said, let's take our new party and let's go deep into the mines. A couple episodes ago, we saw a question mark deep in the mines up here, and, well, I highly recommend you save before doing this. We'll find a new save state and we will save. And then we'll turn around and we'll go the correct way, because I am terrible at knowing which way to go.
I've got a good feeling. Let's hurry.
Well, that makes one of us. You didn't struggle that much with this guy last time. I did. All right. No, not items. Do I need to change anything on the flow before we get in here? See here, anything of value? I won't be using whirlwind. Fire resistance. You know what? I kind of want this, so I'm going to grab this. AP efficiency will be beneficial right here. Also, the tri-charges that I picked up in the previous episode, those are a good idea as well. No, I don't need death break. You don't have anything else to level up. I really want this item now. And a whole lot of nothing. All right, I will make the save state there because it's closer, and fall down. Yep. Let's do this. Okay, let's do that again so you can actually see what it says. Lure out the villainous beasts strutting through the mines as if it were their own. Hold to the sky an oar that resembles an angel's wing. I guess it's kind of a wing? But yeah, if you read the flavor text there, magnificent gemstone like an angel flapping its wings. So they at least give you some indication. But when ready, meet one of the worst bosses in the game.
All right, let's get this over with.
This guy sucks. There is going to be no second take on this fight. This is basically just going to be go all, well, I say that, but there is another strategy that I've also been made aware of that I should demonstrate. See what I mean about this guy being hard? If I manage to beat him, I think I'm good. Make sure you have recharge drinks, tri-charge, heal maxes. You're gonna need those.
All right.
All right. Now, there's an interesting note here. Put them on stand back because they're stupid and they don't do smart things.
Oh, that's a help.
Revive him. Use Illusion Sword. Now, I will show you an interesting feat of Illusion Sword.
This ain't funny.
It actually goes through everything.
Uh-oh. Not good.
So you can somewhat hide. That's not what I meant to do. You can actually hide behind the stairs and use that to kind of cheese this guy. I have shown you that it is doable this way. Have fun if you want to do it this way. I am not going to do that. I am going to fight this guy fairly, and I am going to die a lot. All right, guard. Now, you saw in the previous episode, I was using the same combination of characters, the same attack boosts. And you notice how the amount of damage I was doing there was about 700, and now the amount of damage I'm doing is about 65. Yeah, this boss takes a while. He has 40,000 HP. He's not weak to anything. And as you can see by the amount of damage he deals, it's kind of ridiculous. So we will set up their buffs again. Basically guard when he does that. And you see how I've just doubled my damage? Yeah, my doubled damage is 120. We're gonna be here for a while. Ow.
Not good. All right.
Yeah, have revives on hand. You're gonna want those too.
This ain't funny.
And basically, this is why we're gonna want all of our buffs. Okay, well, you can't do that. You can't do that. Be careful. There we go. And make sure to guard. Dodging would also be beneficial. See, when he does that, he's charging up. So basically what I've done here is I came into the menu knowing that he was about to build up for this. And what going into the menu does is it gives you a little bit of time to adjust. Hold down the R1 button, then press circle to release. You go straight into block mode, and so you don't take that massive amount of damage. So we'll set up Illusion Sword again. There we go. I never know when these things run out because the game does not tell you when they run out. So he's building up for an attack again. So I'm holding down R1.
This is not.
All right. Needs a tri-heal there. And how much does it take for you to use that? Yeah, okay, you can get one more use out of it. So I am going to use Jaster for this. Hoping that I would have eaten that block ahead of time. Okay, so let's get Illusion Sword back up. Yeah, the game does not intend you to do this now. You do not have to do this now. Ow.
Not good. All right. Damn. Out of luck.
Yeah, this fight sucks. We're only really using Jaster for this fight because no one else can really do enough damage, and keeping the others on guard is a good way to have them eat up more damage without dying, because all I want them to do is heal. They don't need to do anything else. They can draw some aggro and they can heal. But yeah, that's pretty much the extent of the strategy. You didn't even get the head off. I call bullshit that he's dead already. But that's fine. Make sure you bring enough healing items to survive this. And like I said, you can cheese it if you want to. I am going to use the last of my ability, or my stamina there, to use this. And then you are going to use a tri-charge. Then Drunken Burst. And then Aromatic. Okay, yeah. Watch the healing, because you're going to need to do a lot of it.
Sorry about that. All right.
Try not to use too many of your perfect heals, but they are there if you need them, as are your elixirs. I wouldn't recommend digging into your good supply, your perfect elixirs and your tri-elixirs yet. If it's too much of a struggle for you, you can wait and do this a little bit later. You can do this in chapter 8, when chapter 8 is ridiculously long, half as long as the amount of the game we've played so far. It's got 3 massive dungeons. It's just absolutely full of stuff. Insectron we're going to do, Factory we're going to be at that, plus a whole separate area. It's totally optional. It's just massive. So if you're not ready to do this yet, and you probably won't be, then by all means wait and do this later. But if you're crazy like me and you just have to have everything, not necessarily as soon as possible, but as soon as reasonably possible, then this is the strategy for doing that. All right, got some nice perfect heals there. You can't use an ability right now. Get Illusion Sword back up. Get Drunken Burst back up. These abilities seem to last about 5 seconds, so I don't know what the plan with it is, or how it's... Ow. I went from full health to almost dead to full health to almost dead. Basically his attack reduces you to 1 HP. It's kind of broken.
All right.
But we're almost there. Right. Guarding both those attacks. And we're almost there. Yeah, you see the small amount of damage we deal? We'll end with a Desert Wind there, which, as you can, or we won't, but it doesn't do a lot of damage, which is why we don't bother throwing spells at it. But, oh, I had the wrong weapon on, but that's fine. I didn't need the barrier break gun on this. I could have used my gun, but I don't think it does much more damage. For doing this, we get a Winter's Chill, which is good because when I was fighting enemies off screen in between episodes, I mastered this Winter's Chill. So now he's got another one to work on. Yay! I think I just leveled up some other stuff too, didn't I? That's not ready yet. That's fine. Let's... I guess you don't really need that anymore. I could have used this one. It's not much more powerful. If you want an easier way of dealing with this guy, wait until Jaster hits level 40. At level 40, you get, well, a new ability that allows you to kind of break the game. Well, I don't have... Ow. I don't have enough of these guys yet, so that's fine. We will basically apply the exact same strategy. Ow. Make sure to turn my thing back on there. Some extra beef out of it, that's fine. But yeah, if you're struggling and you want to use that cheese method, you can basically hide behind the thing and do it that way. Have the other two sit out there and distract him a little bit if possible. That's basically all there is to that fight. It's long, it's tedious, it's not, you know, it's challenging, but at the same time, it's doable. Anyway, we're actually going to go to the Rose Nebula. So I'm going to skip this and then I will show us arriving at the Rose Nebula, since it's kind of a unique situation that will happen exactly one time. And it looks pretty cool. And with that being said, let us head up to the deck. And while I'm heading to the deck, I can find the guy that I'm looking for in my notes. There he is. Hello.
I'm really not the running type.
Run over the save point, and there's another guy right over here. The 3 that we purchased when we were on Zerard there. We can only do one of them now. Let's see here. So yeah, we just did the Cave Bandit. That'll give us a bunch of points. That's very nice. The shipwright is in the factory. Can we not do this yet? Yeah, this guy requires an item that we can't get till chapter 8, so we can't do him now. The Phantasm is going to be available in the area that we're actually headed to. Or at least the area is. The item required to do it will not be available until chapter 11, which is just, it doesn't make any sense, because by the time we can come back from chapter 11 to do it, this guy's an absolute cakewalk. It's kind of weird. It's almost as if they screwed up and this guy shouldn't have been available until chapter 11, when ideally that's probably are closer to when you want to fight him. And this guy should have been available right away. I'm not sure if they just screwed up or if they decided to leave a challenge in there for you. But yeah, the Voracious Wanderer is the one that we will be fighting here now. And this guy is going to be weak to wind. They basically tell you flat out where you need to go. Carnivores that fly in groups. So yeah, if you're not playing on emulator, make sure you make a save file to lure out the swarm of carnivores who travel the starry skies. Hold to the sky the meat that everyone so desires. Well, we don't have a lot of meat, so let's just give him this one and call it a day. Hello.
Here we go. All right.
So this guy's annoying. He goes off screen and then you basically want to guard, because as soon as he goes off screen, he's going to come back and usually he does like a swoop by and he'll do some damage to you. Other than that, it's not terribly difficult, this one. We basically apply the same strategy. You'll notice how just with those 2 buffs and normal attacks, in a couple of hits, I'm able to take this guy down pretty quickly here. It's not like he's all that challenging. I think I pressed the wrong button there. So yeah, guard when he comes back. He's weak to wind. I guess you could try this. I guess it's not the best use of our time. But yeah, he's gonna run away. Guard when he's there. But yeah, this is kind of a combination of, you know, the absolute, you know, easiest way you can defeat this guy, which is using Illusion Sword and all those buffs, and then basically showing that even if you take it about with the slow way, this boss is not particularly challenging. Shoot him with your gun, attack him. There's not a whole lot to this guy. He's compared to the last one we fought, he is very easy. And for defeating him, we get a Cosmo jacket. I do not remember who that's for off the top of my head. Oh yeah, based on that sprite, that's for Simon. So we might as well equip that on Simon, since I don't have anything else to give him at this point. It is eerily quiet out here. All right. Can probably go buy that armor for Jupus at some point. But we've got like a level 2 armor for almost everyone.
Like I've run enough for a whole lifetime.
Can you please shut up? Go back to the control room. Yeah, basically other than blocking when he goes off screen, there's not really any other strategy I can give you on that boss fight. It's pretty straightforward. It's not that challenging. Well, we've gone to every place imaginable, except for Jerica. And we're not going to go to Jerica. There's nothing interesting there at this point. Just kind of weird. You have reason to go back to every other place we've been to so far, but for some reason, not Jerica. Weird. Anyway, let's take that and let's go to the residential district. And I can pull up the actual right guide instead of looking at the wrong guide, so that'll be helpful. Technically, you can start a lot of things now here in Chapter 7 that I'm going to be skipping out on. I'm not doing this kind of like as soon as possible, everything. I'm just going to do everything in kind of groups.
How long we gotta stand
so that
around
we,
here?
one, so that it's a good resource, and two, because it's easier for me to, one, record that way, and two, just in terms of trying to keep my brain around what I've done and what I haven't done. I'm assuming you're talking about somebody else. So let's open up this and find new music.
Man, it's hot.
I'm guessing that would have been Datron. What do you think of this song? It's not, I wouldn't say it's in one of my favorites, but it's damn close to getting in that list. So I'm going to use these characters for a little while here. I definitely need to work on a lot of weapons for Jupus here. Got a few weapons to work on there. I'll probably be pulling Zegram out at some point once he is done working on everything. Stuff with a water hole so far away. Beast with a query on its head. Heard it's weak against crystal staves, but I can't get those till chapter 11. At least some of the NPCs do give you little bits of information about little aspects of the game to help you.
I don't get people who live in the desert.
Well, everyone's got to live somewhere. Usually you live somewhere because that's where you're born. And my business is fighting scorpions. Hey, look, I fought scorpions. What, you mean I can't just one-shot everything anymore? Oh, come on. You want me to actually play the video game? Yeah, the video game decided that it's no longer, you know, easy street. We don't get to just run around and kill everything with one attack and move on. Granashis? Branchies? You probably should wait in the ship, but you're lower level than everybody else, and I need to work on your weapon. So you're stuck with me for a while. Tough shit.
We gotta hurry up, or else they'll get there ahead of us.
All right, so there's 2 paths to go on. Where's my map? Oh yeah, right. It's a very useless map. There are 4 treasure chests here, 2 at the middle point and 2 at the end point. This area kind of sucks. It's got a high encounter rate, and you're going to run into the exact same enemies over and over and over again. It's kind of boring that way. There's...
What a waste of time.
Right on cue. There are some drops that are going to be required going forward. Lunar Ribbon is one of them. It is a 10% drop rate, or up to a 10% drop rate. We need 19 of these things. I'm going the wrong way already. We've fought exactly nothing except for scorpions. This game and its scorpions. What do they drop? Do they drop anything of value? The Lunar Ribbon, and that's about it. Fun. You can still 2-shot if you so desire. At least I think we can. No, we can't even 2-shot. There's another Lunar Ribbon. Like I said, it's up to a 10% drop. We need 19 of them. We will find 12 of them in Chapter 8. So I need 7 while I'm here. And that will cover all that I will need. As you can see, how many new enemies are available in this area? 2, 4, 6, 8 new enemies in this area. And they've given me scorpions every single time. I really do not like this area. It's a straight path. There's not really anything else to do here. It's really a boring, straightforward path. Please die. Other than the fact that I'm getting lucky with my drops, I'm not a big fan of this area.
Hope it all goes well.
Swarms of strong beasts in the ruins. Weird guys, huh? Oh, look at that. We've already hit the midpoint. Yeah, it's a very short area. High encounter rate, short, and for some reason they decided to keep that axe for a while. We're gonna need that. Just don't get rid of it. Hey, we finally found a new enemy. Thank you. These guys, did these guys drop anything useful? They can drop a cursed mask, which we definitely are going to need. They also have a chance of dropping the skull necklace, which has up to a 7% drop rate. We need 10 of them. We want to get about 6, but because there are plenty of items around here that we're going to want to try and farm, we are likely to pick up those while we're farming other things. And right on cue, there's a skull necklace. We will need 10 of those for the flow. Let's just organize my items real quick here. Yeah, the axe there, not only are we going to want to use it, this is a prime version, so this one is different. So make sure you hold on to this. We're going to need this. Don't combine this until afterward, but we are going to need this. It's one of those required items for one of the queries. Quarries, whatever. Did I get my items? I got my items. Perfect.
Damn, it's hot. I don't get people who live in the desert.
Can you have new lines of dialogue, please? Yeah, not surprising. They do talk about the fact that it's hot, I wish they would have applied a
Come on, try me.
some kind of like a heat haze kind of filter or something like that. Go with Drunken Burst, give me a little more damage. Make the battles go by a little bit faster. I'll probably want to buy some resurrections at some point. Yeah, I wish they would have had that little kind of ripple effect that you get if you like look at your car on a hot day.
How are we supposed to deal with this?
It gets even worse when it's like super hot outside.
Come on,
I have
try
found
me.
2 different enemies in this area so far. I don't know why they can't give me a new enemy type to fight.
I'm gonna knock you silly.
There we go. And 2 cursed masks. I will take
Leave
it.
at that for now.
How many of those do I need again? I need 6 of the cursed masks, so I probably already have them. The skull necklaces and the cursed masks both are both items that cannot be purchased. So picking them up while we're here is probably a good idea. We have ruins ahead. Now that we're at the farthest side, we have new enemies that we can run into at long last. The bees, do they do anything for me? They can drop queen bee stingers. We are, I think, maxed out on those. We don't need to worry about them.
What a waste of time.
And more antidotes. Yay, more antidotes.
Damn, it's hot. I don't get people who live in the desert.
All right, I've had enough of you. You say the same thing 3 times on this short trek, and you get shut up because I'm tired of you. My computer's tired of me complaining. All right, we got black horns. Black horns have a chance of dropping skull necklace, and that's about it. Let us get that up and running. That up and running. I don't think I can't use that, but I can use flash sword. It'll boost my damage a little bit. Almost 1,000 damage with that. There we go. All right. So in the back half of this area, grab 2 treasure chests, some tri-heals, and okay, you don't need to bother farming the 7th moons that I talked about at the start of the episode. Never mind. I got them as I was fighting those guys trying to get stellar crystals. You're likely to find a few if you fight them long enough. For some reason, there are some enemies that only appear on the backside of this path, and that backside is basically in and around here. So basically, if I'm farming enemies here, please get out of my way. I'm trying to demonstrate things. If you want to farm enemies that are not bees, I will be running from bees before too long. I basically, before going up top there, because then you start running into scorpions again. And because we're going to be doing this while right next to the save point, you basically spam spells. And that's mostly how you're gonna try and take care of these guys. But there's one more enemy I want to show off, because in my test run and in this one, I walked through the whole area, searched out all the treasure, explored everything, and I did not find one of these enemies, and it's supposed to be in this area of the Salazar Desert. Oh my god, it actually happened! I have probably fought a dozen battles looking for these guys, and they're supposed to be common in this area. Yeah, we're not catching all of them. These are the Shadow Wood enemies of this area, the worms. They appear in basically 3 places, one of them being out here, and they're incredibly rare. And the next 2 places are areas that we're only going to see for very short amounts of time. They're not particularly challenging. I don't even think they drop anything all that interesting. They do disappear into the ground, and when they do, you can't hit them. You get the no damage thing. And they move around. But yeah, other than that, there's nothing really unique about them. There was one other enemy I was hoping to encounter, but I guess we'll save that for next time. He is the Vulture. He happens to have there's up to a 10% drop on the Nebulon egg, which is a new item that we need for the flow that is currently blocking a few of our characters. We're gonna need 17 of them. We need to get a few now because, like I said, it's currently blocking us on the flow, but they will be obtained from an easier enemy once we get to chapter 8, or like a more popular or more like an enemy we find more often. But yeah, I've been sitting here for the last 15 minutes trying to find that guy. So I think that's pretty much where we're going to call it for today. Next time, we've gone through the Salazar Desert. Let us go through the ruins, get lost, and see if we can stop Datron before we get too lost. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.